Chief Minister Edapadi Palanisamy begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
Hello, good evening and welcome to NDTV. It's time for Nationwide on 6 on the broadcast. I am Ankit Tyagi. Let me very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, give you a sense of what would be our top stories this evening. We'll first talk about, on the broadcast, we will be speaking about what is happening in Nepal. Nepal digital dissent, which is taking place at this moment. It's Gen Z versus the government, the state in Nepal. It's a very serious situation, almost a redux of what we have seen in our neighboring countries as well, in other countries as well. Then we'll shift focus to, in fact, the very important vice presidential elections which are going to take place tomorrow. The election will start at 10 a.m. and tomorrow India would have the second top constitutional post that will be filled. At least the results will be out tomorrow itself. Who would be the Vice President of India, 17th Vice President? We'll get you all those details and how are the numbers stacked on that as well. Let's very quickly start with Nepal, where the situation in the country is quite precarious. And the situation is precarious after a lot of showdown between the young people in Nepal. And let me just put out some visuals, in fact, at this moment on the screens of how things are completely out of hand. Let's just very quickly give you a sense of what Nepal is going through. Now, what we know, at least 17 people have been killed as far as these protests, which on Monday in the neighboring country of Nepal, where Gen Z protesters, young people, have been protesting against the corruption in the governance in the state of Nepal. Now, what it has done is it has put the country literally on the edge. And these visuals that you are seeing are giving you a sense of how thousands of protesters are on the streets. Kathmandu, the Himalayan nation, is witnessing massive anger which has been unleashed onto the streets. The army has been called and the situation remains very, very precarious. Let's listen to some reactions.
Is this your first time in the protest? Yeah, this is my first time. I'm against the corruption. Corruption भइराछ भनेर चाहिँ कसरी थाहा पाउनु भयो? अब हेर्नुस्, नेपाल सरकार एकदमै अब झुट बोल्नु पर्छ, झुट नबोल्दिन म। नेपाल एकदमै गरिब देश हो। मान्छेले सरकारले तलब खान्छन् 77,000 75,000। अनि वीकली मालदिप्स ट्रिप, युरोप ट्रिप कहाँबाट आइराछ त? हाम्रै ट्याक्स भरेको पैसाबाट। अब यदि त ट्याक्स तिरेको पैसा सही ठाउँमा लगानी भएको भए अहिले हामी भत्केको रोडमा हिँड्नु पर्थ्यो त। यो त्यही भएर करप्सन त भएको छ।
All right, let me go across at this moment, to the people, those who are on the ground, to get a sense of what is happening as far as Nepal is concerned. We'll, in fact, go across to the journalists, those who are on the ground covering the situation in Nepal, and try and understand from them of why the country is on the boil, and what is it that people are expecting in the next few days. Yeah. So joining us, he's a journalist based in Nepal. Let me very quickly go across to Mr. Dahal. Mr. Dahal, first of all, just give our viewers a sense of what's happening at this moment in Nepal.
Actually, you already explained the current situation of Nepal. Today, there is a protest. There is a protest organized by Gen Z groups. It's a completely volunteer youth movement. There is no any organization, and there is no any known leader to call this protest. It is voluntarily organized young people from the social media. So they have a two demand. One, they want to again they want to revise the ban of the social media platform, which has been imposed in Thursday by the government, and they want to actually create pressure to government to withdraw such very draconian decision to ban all the social media in name of the registration refused. And second, the youth, the groups want to make a pressure against the corrupt practice in the ground. So these two demand was raised by groups, and the Gen Z volunteer groups organized that peaceful protest from the heart of the city, front of the Singha Darbar. Singha Darbar is the cabinet area of Nepal, and that protest rally is moving forward to the parliament building. And in the parliament building, some of the protesters trying to cross the parliament buildings gates, and some of the protesters also they enter the parliamentary building. And that time the security force heavily used the force, and they shot to the young people. Now the death toll is rise. Recently, I got the new information as well. So in capital city, there is 14 young peoples are dead, and two young boys are dead.
Sir, can I request you to stay on with me at this moment? Let me also tell our viewers, this digital authoritarianism, that is the allegation on the government which has sparked this huge controversy in Nepal. So let's just very quickly give you a sense of what is behind the protest. Why are so many young people so angry that they have come out onto the streets to protest against the government? The government blocked social media apps. This was the news which came out a couple of days back. Many social media apps were blocked by the government, which angered the young people in Nepal. The protest is against the digital authoritarianism, which the protesters allege the government to be indulging in. Also, what we know that the government has, in fact, all right, let's just move on. The government has banned 26 social media apps as far as Nepal is concerned, which includes WhatsApp, which includes YouTube and other applications as well. The government has also banned Instagram and others, which have angered people so much that the young people have come onto the streets to protest. Now, what are the apps which are banned as far as the government is concerned? Let's also show you the apps which have been banned in Nepal: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Snapchat, X, formerly Twitter. All these have been banned by the government. TikTok, Telegram, Pinterest, all of them have been banned by the government, including Reddit and Signal as well. So the anger has spilled onto the streets, with the Gen Z calling the government out and saying that, because these are the platforms where they can express their views, the government is scared and is taking on as far as these apps are concerned. So far, the reaction, in fact, from the Prime Minister of Nepal has been very, very stern. He has gone ahead and said that, he has slammed the critiques and has said that will not tolerate the nation being, in fact, undermined. And the nation, at this moment, independence is greater than loss of jobs of some people, what the government has said. The government has also said, how is defying law acceptable in any civilized society? And that is why there are people, those who are protesting onto the streets. Let me very quickly go back to Mr. Tamadehel, who's with us at this moment from Nepal. The government at this moment is taking a very hardened stance with deploying the security forces onto the ground and saying that the decision will not be rolled back. How do you see the next few days as far as the situation in Nepal is concerned, sir?
The situation is very pure. Every part of the country, the young people are in the street now. Not only in the capital city, but most of the city in the all over the country is in tension. So we are not sure about the future situation. The law and order situation is very critical, and the government still there is no taken any responsibility for this atrocity. The peoples are demanding to take the responsibility, the sole responsibility taken to the prime ministers and the government of Nepal, and the peoples are demanding to resign the home ministers and the minister of communication, who are primarily responsible for this atrocity. So these are the demand of the masses is growing up against this kind of massive misuse of the forces. So we are not sure about the future. And look at in the digital authoritarianism side, the government actually imposed the ban for all kind of social media who are not registered in Nepal. The government in Nepal, there is no particular social media regulation act, and the government imposed a very control-oriented directives. Through these administrative directives, they are imposing this ban for all kind of app, not only 26 social media platforms. So this kind of authoritarianism is raised,
okay.
And there is a huge agitation in the masses as well, not only youth people. So we are not sure about the future day.
Okay.
The other kind of group of the people also wants to come in.
So once again, political instability as far as Nepal is concerned, with the people being on the streets protesting against its own government, and this is going to be a very critical situation in the days to come if not handled properly. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. Dahal, for joining us with all those details. Before I move on to the next story, remember, this is not the only country in the last few years which has seen this kind of massive, anti-government protest in the neighboring countries of India. Whether it was Pakistan, when Imran Khan protests took place, when Imran Khan was put in jail, massive protests took place in Pakistan as well. Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina's government was overthrown, and earlier in Sri Lanka as well. As I was saying, 2025, Nepal is facing the same situation. Remember 2024, Bangladesh, huge protests. At that point of time, it was said it was led by the students there against Sheikh Hasina, and her government was overthrown, and since then Bangladesh has been in a spate of instability. Pakistan in 2023, Imran Khan supporters running amok across the country, and on the other hand, Sri Lanka in 2022, where the situation came to a boil. People went inside, the government was overthrown, the Rashtrapati Bhavan there as well. The situation in our neighboring countries in the last few, in fact, years has been quite volatile as far as such protests are concerned. Let's move on now to our other story. The big focus back in India is on the floods in the state of Punjab. And while the people suffer, the Prime Minister's visit is tomorrow. There is massive politics which is going on as far as Pakistan, as far as Punjab is concerned. The people in Punjab are still struggling. The rescue efforts are on, but politics continues, bickering continues. The Aam Aadmi Party government is taking on the centre. The BJP is hitting out at the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. Overall, in this round robin, the big question is, are the people's welfare, is the people's welfare paramount for the political parties, or is it trying to score political brownie points? While the BJP questions where is Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi Party has been asking, instead of questioning where netas are, why is the centre not releasing funds for Punjab? Let's listen in to some reactions.
उम्मीद देश की सरकार से है, प्रधानमंत्री जी से है। कल वो आ रहे हैं तो एक बड़े राहत के पैकेज का ऐलान करके यहां से जाएं। पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री ने मांग की है कि जीएसटी और रूरल डेवलपमेंट फंड का लगभग 60,000 करोड़ रुपए पंजाब का बकाया है, मतलब जो पंजाब के हिस्से का पैसा है वो भी नहीं दिया गया है।
पंजाब में अभी तक भगवंत मान की सरकार ने नुकसान का असली जायजा तक नहीं लिया। ना स्पेशल को टीमें बनाई हैं, ना गुदारवियां पूरी की हैं, सिर्फ राहत पैकेज का रोना रोया जा रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का दौरा पंजाब के लिए उम्मीद लेकर आ रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने देश में आते ही खुद गवर्नर से और मुख्यमंत्री से बात की थी और अगले ही दिन टीम भेजी थी।
ये तो इतिहास रहा है, इतिहास रहा है कि जब भी भारत के ऊपर कोई विपत्ति आती है, कांग्रेस का युवराज बाहर चला जाता है। ये इतिहास है। परंतु मैं अपने विपक्ष के नेता हैं, अच्छा है वो निकले तो बाहर, नहीं बाहर ही निकल रहे थे।
राहुल जी ने बहुत आपदा में वहां पर सामान भेजे हैं, वहां पर जो ये विध्वंसकारी जो बाढ़ आई है, सारे लोग लगे हैं, और मैं निश्चित तौर से पंजाब के लोगों को सैल्यूट करता हूं जिस तरीके से उन लोगों ने बहादुरी के साथ अपने भाइयों का, अपने साथियों का साथ दिया है।
Right, let me very quickly go across at this moment to Mr. R.P. Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We are also being joined by Amrit Gill, a spokesperson of the Congress Party. Dr. Sunny Singh Ahluwalia is the spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, joining me at this moment. But before I go to my guest, let me very quickly go across to Manogya, who's joining us from Punjab at this moment. Manogya, Prime Minister is expected to visit tomorrow. What will be his program before I get into the politics of the entire matter?
Well, Prime Minister will be first doing an aerial view and aerial survey, as well as he will be also visiting and speaking to people in Gurdaspur. Gurdaspur, remember, is one of the worst affected districts in Punjab. Out of more than 13 districts that are completely or partially submerged at various levels, where more than 3 lakh acres of crops have been lost. And here I am on the banks of Satluj in Ludhiana, where one of the most impact and the worst conditions have been of the river, as well as the flow of the river, giving you an idea of the kind of damage and the tragedies tragedy that Punjab is facing, perhaps after 1988, this is one of the worst floods that the state is witnessing, with more than 4 lakh people affected in some way or the other and crores of business lost. Ankit, before I tell you, I'll have to speak to a few people, just a quick one on what did they see, because one after the other day, the river it's a rather inundation of river at every level. क्या है स्थिति इस समय, क्या देखा था?
जब हम सुबह से काम कर रहे थे तो कल भी काम करा है, पर जब आज दोपहर को देखा तो कुछ हमारे पास जो बोरियां थी वो खाली पड़ी थी, तो मैं उसको उठाने के लिए जब जाने लगा तो जब जाने ही लगा महज 10 फुट की दूरी रह गई थी, तो उसके तुरंत ही जो सारी बोरियां हैं वो खिसक गई। लगभग 20 से 30 फुट का जो दायरा वो बिल्कुल
आपने अपनी जान
तो मैं भाग के फटाफट वहां से अपनी जान बचाई। तो बाकी
साथ been trying to do that. You've been helping people arriving here from Ludhiana and other parts in this Asrali village. क्या देखा? What have you seen?
I had seen कि यहाँ पे लोग बहुत helpful हैं, पंजाब के लोग.
And how are you helping people?
Actually, I love Punjab and I love Punjabis. I can't live without Punjab because...
Well, absolutely. This is the spirit of Punjab, of everyone coming together, uniting together in times of tragedy. Someone is trying to procure food, supply food and travel to almost every place in the state just to help to the last person on the street or in the village.
Well, hopefully the Prime Minister coming there, speaking to the people, will get Punjab for the people of Punjab what is needed at this moment. Thank you so much, Manokya, for joining us with all those details. But let me very quickly understand from you, Sardar R.P. Singh, why is the BJP making an issue out of Rahul Gandhi's absence? Rahul Gandhi is not the Prime Minister of this country or even sitting on any constitutional position as far as Punjab is concerned. He is on a constitutional position as the LOP, but why is the BJP making an issue out of that?
Well, Ankit, I'm sorry to say that you are saying LOP is not the constitutional position.
Sir, I said in Punjab.
No. Complete, is he the LOP of the country or is he LOP of Punjab?
Sir, I said Rahul Gandhi neither is the Prime Minister of this country nor he holds any position as far as Punjab is concerned. So why is Rahul Gandhi being questioned? It is the government of Punjab and the central government which will in fact provide relief.
Your complete premise is wrong. He is the leader of the opposition holding a cabinet rank position and getting all those facilities which are required.
So can he give any funds to Punjab as the LOP?
Can I? No, you're shifting the goalpost.
I am not shifting the goalpost, Mr. R.P. Singh. You are unnecessarily trying to move the goalpost when I asked you a question, sir.
No, because you said he doesn't hold a constitutional position.
Okay, anyway, let's not get into it. Go ahead, make your argument.
Very, very clear. He holds a constitutional position as the leader of the opposition, and the leader of the opposition has a role to play in the country. Otherwise, he goes to each and every place, wherever is required, wherever is not required, he goes to every place and then do a lot of photo ops. But here he's missing his, probably, I'm not very sure, he's probably known to be seen in Malaysia. I'm not very sure about, but that's just the social media says. But why is not there available for people in states like Uttarakhand, Himachal, his own state where his party is in ruling, or in Punjab where they are the leader, they are the opposition party? There's a basic
impact with what the government of India would help of any kind of assistance that the government of India will give to these states?
Obviously, on the assessment, it will be done. And right now also, for your information, 21 columns of Navy, 35 helicopters of the Air Force, and 23 teams of the NDRF and BSF are already on ground trying to help people. And it's nothing that we are doing some favor to the people or favor to the Punjab or favor to Himachal or Uttarakhand or any other state which is in trouble.
Okay.
It's part of the duty of the center to ensure all these agencies is part of the duty of all these agencies to ensure whatever the best they can do even in Jammu Kashmir, for best they can do for people to get to take them off the problem of the flood.
Okay. Dr. Sunny Singh Ahluwalia, let me bring you in at this moment. While the bickering is going on, whether Arvind Kejriwal is there or not, Rahul Gandhi or who is there or not, at this moment, your MPs, MLAs have been saying that 60,000 crore rupees are owed by the government of India to Punjab. Sir, when the floods came, only then you remember the government owes you any money? I mean, people can ask you this question that you are trying to run away from your responsibility and putting the ball in the court of the center.
The Punjab is facing worst affected, flood situation. For over maybe I can say for 4 decades, it has never been so worst. There have been floods before as well, but it is the worst right now. And when you talk about politicians, that whether Prime Minister has visited Punjab or Rahul Gandhi ji has visited or not visited, the question is, anybody who is in politics, it is their social responsibility. Whether they are in government or they are in opposition, they have to stand with the people when there is a situation, there is a disaster situation is there. So it is the duty of every government, even people from opposition, everybody should talk about the floods and give relief to the people of Punjab. We are thankful to NGOs and all other, even to the political parties who are trying to, help out the things. We are thankful to our Chief Minister, and everybody is trying to, taking out the responsibility and giving relief to the people of Punjab.
Okay.
But at the same time, the center also has a duty towards its states. When they are ready to give relief to Afghanistan, when they're ready to give relief to other countries, the Punjab is part of India.
Sir,
And
but
when
there is a process to it, right? The government will make assessment, and after the assessment, how much money is required, then it would be given. How can the government release any fund before any assessment, sir?
So they have done the assessment for Afghanistan before the assessment of Punjab. That is there. Or I just want to complete. Let me complete. RPG, I respect you.
You're only quoting
You being a
Afghanistan.
very
You're
senior
trying
veteran. I only
to politics in that.
request one thing. RPG, let me complete.
Navy
RPG,
teams
this
have
is
any
not
ground?
the time.
Is the Navy team on
This
the
is-
ground or not?
this
Is
is-
NDRF
this is
on ground
not
or
a
not?
time.
Is Air Force on
No,
ground or
no, no,
not?
no.
35 helicopters Air Force, Army,
We-
Air Force, BSF.
Let me complete,
Everyone is on ground.
sir.
And
Sahab, hold on.
Punjab pe.
RP Singh
Punjab
Sahab,
ke
hold
सारे
on. Let him
लोग
complete his
ऐसे
point, and then I'll come to
why-
you. Sir, please don't speak over each other. Let's just speak one by one.
RPG, my only request is that if center want to compensate, they will send their initial agencies. It is okay. But at the same time, when your union agriculture minister visits Punjab, rather than taking out that this floods is because of the illegal mining, it is in our hands that we should control the rains. Is it in our hands, or whether it is in your hands? It is not in anybody's hands. It is just a request. The Aman Arora was state
Sir,
president. was also
request का मतलब ये थोड़ी
that
होता है.
we-
You start making allegations. 60,000 crore रुपए, वो number कहाँ से आया?
Who is making allegation? We are asking that they should give our money, which was supposed to be spent in Punjab. They are not releasing it.
Okay.
We are asking them to give flood relief to people of Punjab. They don't want to give.
Okay,
or they
I will.
don't
I'm
give
sorry. I will have to.
even not
I will have to
even a
interrupt.
single
I will
word.
have to interrupt you at this moment. I'm sorry, Ms. Gill. I wanted to come to you, but there is an important guest on Nepal who has just joined us. I will have to cut across to Mr. NP Saud, who is the former foreign minister of Nepal, who is joining us at this moment on the situation as far as Nepal is concerned. Remember, massive uprising in the state, in the country of Nepal at this moment. A lot of students are being killed, young people on the streets against their own government. Mr. Saud, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Let me begin by asking you, what is your assessment of the situation? And with the kind of, at least the message that the Prime Minister has sent, it doesn't seem that the Prime Minister is in any mood to give in to the demands of the protesters, those who are on the streets.
Ankit ji, can we speak in Hindi?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay. सबसे पहले तो आपको नमस्कार है और नेपाल की सिचुएशन जो है वो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड रूप में आगे बढ़ रही है। अभी परिस्थिति है कि जो हमारा नया पुस्ता है, युवा लोग थे, उनको रोजगारी से लेकर शिक्षा से लेकर कुछ समस्याएं थी। इसी बीच गवर्नमेंट ने जो सोशल मीडिया पर विशेष करके वो अनरजिस्टर्ड जो प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं उनको बंद कर दिया और इससे कई लोगों के पठन पाठन से लेकर रोजगारी तक असर हुआ और लोग काफी नाराज हो गए और गवर्नमेंट को लोगों ने कई जगह से रिक्वेस्ट किया, हम लोगों ने भी रिक्वेस्ट किया कि उसको फिर कंटिन्यू किया जाए। लेकिन इस बीच में गवर्नमेंट ने रजिस्टर होना चाहिए करके जो स्टैंड लिया, इसकी वजह से हमारा युवा तबका जो है आंदोलन में चला गया और आंदोलन में जाने के बाद जो समस्याएं आई हैं वो आज बहुत विकराल रूप से समस्याएं हैं। कोई 18 लोग तक मारे गए हैं करके खबर आ रही है। जो लोग मारे गए हैं वो 18 से लेकर 28 साल की उम्र के लोग हैं, इसीलिए परिस्थिति बड़ी विकट है और इसमें जो आंदोलनकारी है उनको भी किसी भी समस्या का समाधान जो है कानूनी ढांचे के अंतर्गत ही।
सर लेकिन क्या ये जो आंदोलनकारी हैं इनसे बात करने की कोशिश हो रही है सरकार की ओर से या इस तरीके से, क्योंकि फोर्सेस को उतार दिया गया है सड़क पर, तो जो सिचुएशन है वो काफी खतरनाक है इस वक्त?
वो जो है कैबिनेट की बैठक बैठी है, सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल की बैठक भी बैठी है और छलफल हो रहा है। फॉर्मल रूप से अभी तक गवर्नमेंट का बात करने का कोई सीधा प्रस्ताव तो नहीं आया है, लेकिन हम लोग जो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट हैं और पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के भीतर हैं वो लगातार गवर्नमेंट को कह रहे हैं कि युवा लोग जो कह रहे हैं उनकी आवाज को सुनना चाहिए और उनको उनके साथ बातचीत करके इस समस्या को समाधान करना चाहिए।
साउद साहब, लेकिन एक सवाल ये भी उठता है कि जो युवा सड़कों पर उतरे हुए हैं वो अभी की सरकार के साथ साथ इस बात को भी कह रहे हैं कि लगातार नेपाल के अंदर जो राजनीतिक हालात रहे हैं, बेरोजगारी चरम पर है, लोगों को काम मिल नहीं रहा है, सरकार के ऊपर करप्शन, वो सिर्फ अभी की सरकार का कह रहे हैं, पहले भी कह रहे हैं, लगातार सरकारें करप्शन में लिप्त पाई जाती हैं, उस पर कोई एक्शन नहीं होता है, तो बिल्कुल लोगों का एक विश्वास जो है अपनी सरकार से वो उठता नजर आ रहा है सर।
भाषण में सरकार के परफॉर्मेंस को लेकर कई किस्म से आवाज उठती आई है और इस बीच में नेपाल का आप जानते हैं कि बहुत बड़ा तबका वो विदेश में गया है। कोई इंडिया के अलावा भी थर्ड कंट्री में कोई 30-40 लाख लोग विदेश में हैं और इंडिया में भी 40-50 लाख लोग इंडिया में भी रोजगारी के लिए गए हैं। इसीलिए देश के अंदर सरकार को जो रोजगारी के लिए है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए काम करना चाहिए, ये युवाओं की लगातार आवाज थी। गवर्नमेंट स्कूल उतनी अच्छी तरह से काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए लोग पढ़ने के लिए भी भारी संख्या में देश छोड़ के जा रहे हैं। ये भी दूसरी समस्या है। जो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स हैं उनका जो क्वालिटी है वो प्रॉपर नहीं है और इसको मैनेज करने के लिए जो कानून बनना चाहिए था आफ्टर न्यू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, वो भी कानून बनाने में 10 साल का देरी हो गया है, उसमें भी लोगों को समस्या है।
साउद साहब, क्योंकि आप फॉरेन मिनिस्टर रहे हैं नेपाल के, आप समझते हैं कि किस तरीके के इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस की आवश्यकता होती है, एक मैसेजिंग की आवश्यकता होती है। हम नेपाल की बात उस समय कर रहे हैं जब हमने आसपास के और भी कई देशों में इस तरीके के आंदोलन देखे हैं जिन्होंने सत्ता बिल्कुल परिवर्तन कर दिया, चाहे बांग्लादेश की बात हो, चाहे श्रीलंका की बात हो, पाकिस्तान में भी कुछ दिन पहले काफी इस तरीके का हंगामा देखा गया था। क्या आपको लगता है कि ये एक स्पॉन्टेनियस गैदरिंग है या इसके पीछे कहीं ना कहीं किसी का उकसावा भी हो सकता है, किसी की कोशिश भी हो सकती है इस तरीके की अपराइजिंग के पीछे?
अभी देखिए, जो सिचुएशन है वो गवर्नमेंट ने प्रॉपर किस्म से टैकल नहीं किया और दो बड़ी पार्टियों की गवर्नमेंट होने के बावजूद इस चीज को जिस कदर से हैंडल करना चाहिए उस कदर इसको हैंडल नहीं किया, बातचीत नहीं की। इस बीच सोशल मीडिया को भी एक तो उनको नजरअंदाज कर दिया गया, दूसरे इन प्लेटफॉर्म को बंद कर दिया गया और सरकार जो है रिसेप्टिव नहीं हुई करके लोगों का मानना है। इसीलिए सरकार अच्छी तरह से काम करती तो ये नौबत नहीं आती। अब जाके हालात कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होते जा रहे हैं। कोई 18-20 आदमी का मारा जाना, 18 आदमी का मारा जाना, करीब 250-300 लोग अस्पताल में पड़े हुए हैं। वो नेपाल की पहली बड़ी घटना है। किसी भी शांतिपूर्ण आंदोलन में इतने लोगों की मारे जाना ये कोई मामूली घटना नहीं है। इसीलिए देश के भीतर व्यापक हलचल है और लोग विशेष करके यूथ जो स्ट्रीट में है उनको समझा के उनको घर को भेजना होगा, उनके कंसर्न जो है उसको गवर्नमेंट को एड्रेस करना होगा।
सर, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर स्पीकिंग टू अस। योर कंट्री इज गोइंग थ्रू अ डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन एट दिस मोमेंट. वी आर होपिंग दैट देयर इज सून अ रेजोल्यूशन for Nepal. Nepal has seen time and again these kind of activities. I want to just play out these live images which are coming in on this big screen at this moment, which were in fact coming in from Kathmandu just a short while back, where some media agencies are in fact putting out these pictures of the soldiers marching on the streets. The army is on the street, and in many big cities of Nepal there are students, those who are onto the street and protesting. This is Kathmandu, where in the capital there is massive protest which is going on, which has also taken a violent turn in Nepal. With that, I'm slipping into a short break. Coming back with much more on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
गोल्ड प्लस ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ।
We'll go in a bulletproof vehicle, which is a make in India bulletproof vehicle.
अच्छा, ये हिंदुस्तान में बनी?
जी, आइए तो आपको लेके चलते हैं।
आइए चलिए। तो ये महिंद्रा की गाड़ी है?
जी सर।
और बुलेट प्रूफ है पूरी तरह से? कितने mm की बुलेट रोकती है?
ये 7.62 mm की।
7.62 तक रोक देती है?
जी जी।
और बॉम्ब प्रूफ भी है नीचे कुछ?
जी।
माइन वाइन हुआ तो?
माइन के लिए स्टील प्लेट
है नीचे।
So like we were talking about, ये anti-terror operations में forward post में it's a life-saving.
Yeah, it's
very important.
Very important thing. So it's wonderful कि अब हम ये सारी equipment ये हिंदुस्तान में बन रहा है।
वेलकम मिस्टर
थैंक यू
वेलकम। ये हमारी अमर ट्रेनिंग नोड है। अमर मींस आर्मी मार्शल आर्ट्स रूटीन।
ओके, आर्मी मार्शल आर्ट्स।
अनआर्म्ड कॉम्बैट, जब भी कभी हमारे पास कोई हथियार ना हो तो हैंड टू हैंड फाइट में
गन नहीं हो। हाँ,
आपको
जी दिखाइए।
सबसे पहले नाइफ की फाइटिंग दिखाएंगे कि अगर नाइफ के साथ फाइटिंग है, हमारे पास वेपन नहीं है, राइफल नहीं है, तो हमारे पास नाइफ हो सकता है। फिर हो सकता है कि हमारे पास कभी संतरी हमें साइलेंट करने पड़ते हैं कि कई बार कुछ होता है, हमें कहीं पे रेड प्लान करनी है, कोई ऐसा ऑपरेशन जाना है, दुश्मन के पास वेपन है, हमारे पास नहीं है, जहाँ हमें साइलेंटली किसी के ऊपर अटैक करना है, तो वो चीज़। दुश्मन के पास राइफल है, हमारे पास नहीं है, फिर उसको कैसे टैकल करना है, उस चीज़ का आप लोग
दिखाइए। ये लेफ्ट का हाथ यहाँ क्यों होता है?
लेफ्ट का हमारी डिफेंस के लिए होता है।
अच्छा, डिफेंस के लिए।
कि हम वी आर अटैकिंग एट समवन कैन हिट अस।
One hand is defending
we will use for defense and with the other we attack.
Right. Okay.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
We're the only country with such a large population of youth and युवा.
Pure talent और कुछ नहीं है.
बुलाने वाला फ्यूचर काफी अच्छा है स्पोर्ट्स का.
Luck, patience and a lot of tolerance.
Life can change overnight.
जीवन में मैंने कोशिश की है सदैव चुनौती को अपनाने.
We need to work towards an egalitarian society, regardless of gender and orientation.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold
CDSL
for the long term? Buy, sell or hold?
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nationwide at 6. Tomorrow is going to be a big day as far as the country's vice presidential elections are concerned. Tomorrow is when India decides, the member of parliaments are going to vote for the elections for the next vice president and the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. And it is going to be a very important elections. It will have a lot of, in fact, messaging and also optics involved as far as these elections are concerned. Now, very quickly, let me tell you that tomorrow at 10 o'clock, all the member of parliaments will go to the Rajya Sabha secretariat and will start the process of elections as far as the polls are concerned. It is NDA's Radhakrishnan versus opposition's Mr. Reddy, Justice Reddy. It is whether it's a close contest or not, at least one thing is very, very clear, that it's unlike the contest that we have seen earlier in the last 11 years of this government, in the last two contests of the vice president. So let me very quickly just give you a sense about the numbers. How are numbers stacked up as far as this election is concerned? So the combined strength of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha is 788, but there are 6 vacancies. One in Lok Sabha, which is 543 is the total strength, 1 vacancy, Bashirhat Lok Sabha constituency, and that brings it to 542. On the other hand, in the Rajya Sabha, there are 6 vacancies, so that is 228 plus 12 nominated members. Overall, the entire quorum is 782. 392 is the majority mark as far as the numbers are concerned to win the elections of the vice president. Who has what numbers? Who's standing where? The NDA, that's the National Democratic Alliance, their Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha strength, the combined strength is the combined strength is about 436 after you also add YSRC's number to it, because they have extended support to the NDA. So 293 for the NDA in the Lok Sabha, 132 in the Rajya Sabha, and you add, in fact, 11 of the YSRCP, the number goes up to 436. So they are way over the majority mark. What is the performance that the opposition is hoping to put out in fact, of the numbers of the NDA? 234 of the Lok Sabha plus 86 of the Rajya Sabha for the India bloc and the opposition. It brings the total to 320. AIMM have also extended support to Mr. Reddy, so their numbers are 321. There are 2 important parties, BRS and BJD, both have decided to abstain. That number of 4 of the BRS, BJD is 11. Undecided are about 10, that is 1 each of the BSP, SAD, VVP, ZMP, PSK, and 5 independents, those who are yet to decide on which way they are going. So numbers are firmly stacked as far as the NDA is concerned. Now, let me very quickly go across first to my colleagues to understand what is happening as far as the political implications are concerned, if any. Ashish joins us from Hyderabad, Sam Daniel is in Chennai, and my colleague Aishwarya is joining us from New Delhi. Let me start with you, Aishwarya. A lot of, almost like a mock voting, a classroom going on both sides of the fence. Everybody wants that not a single vote should be wasted tomorrow when the elections take place.
Well, both the NDA and India bloc wants to make this election very interesting because India bloc and the NDA senior leaders have told us that they have tried to reach out to the independent MPs as well. Both believes that there might be some cross-voting that can take place tomorrow. When we speak to NDA MPs, they say that some of the India bloc MPs will vote in favor of CP Radhakrishnan, while the India bloc is very confident that smaller parties in the NDA will vote in favor of B. Sudarshan Reddy. Whether that will happen or not, it remains to be seen tomorrow. But yes, the man-to-man marking by the Bharatiya Janata Party has been done. It was today the senior leaders from the Bharatiya Janata Party, union ministers in fact, went to meet the parliamentary party leaderships of different alliance partners, including the TDP, JDU, JDS, LJP and others. They have asked firm support and every MP from this party to vote in favor of the NDA candidate. On the other side, the India bloc have conducted their own mock polling session in the central hall of the old parliament building, and they also stated that every India bloc MP should be present tomorrow because these are unique elections. These are such elections that many of the first time MPs will be casting their vote for the very first time. So it is very important to let them understand how the election process goes on, and therefore the senior MPs had been given duty to tell them about there should be no cross voting, there should be no vote that should be deleted, and ensure that every vote goes in their respective candidates' kitty.
All right, Sam, because the contest somewhere has also become Tamil Nadu versus the Tamil Pride versus the Telugu Pride, southern states in the focus, but AIDMK is standing firmly behind the NDA. Is that entire conversation politically, making any sense as far as the people are concerned? Is there any political cost attached to it while DMK says it is Sangh versus Samvidhan battle which is going on?
Well, it may not cause that kind of a ripple or impact among the common man, Ankit, but it's an interesting situation for the DMK in Tamil Nadu because the NDA's candidate is actually a former MP from Tamil Nadu who was elected to the Lok Sabha at that point in time in alliance with the ruling DMK now. And he also has a personal connect with the DMK leadership. And the big question, of course, is should DMK vote against the nomination of a leader from Tamil Nadu, who's now the governor, who could become the vice president. But the DMK is very clear that irrespective of the personal connect he has with the party, they say ideologically, he's from a different stock altogether. He's an RSS person. He's also part of the BJP. And ideologically, we are poles apart, they say. And although he belongs to Tamil, his elevation could bring pride to Tamil Nadu. And they say, ideologically, we cannot support him. And that's why they say people will understand that why the ruling DMK could not support the candidature of Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan for the Vice President's office. And they say, in their belief, Sudarshan Reddy, Justice Sudarshan Reddy will be the best choice in terms of his ideological belief, his contribution, and for the cause of larger democracy, they call it. But still they hope that there could be some members from the AIDMK who could be supporting the candidature of Sudarshan Reddy, but that's something we'll have to wait and watch. But they also point out it's not something that Mr. Radhakrishnan would win only with the support of the DMK. The situation is not like that, but it's certainly an interesting battle. In the upcoming assembly elections, of course, the BJP and the AIDMK could use it against the DMK, but they have a clear answer for that.
All right, Ashish, the similar situation for the Telugu parties as well, but BRS, abstaining, YSR, CP, going with the NDA, it doesn't seem that the ploy or at least the appeal or the political game that Mr. Reddy, the Chief Minister Revanth Reddy wanted to play in Telangana, at least the opposition parties in both Andhra Pradesh and of course in Telangana are not giving heed to that.
Yeah, absolutely right, Ankit. In fact, we've been continuously reporting that how BRS has decided not to participate in the voting process or abstain from the vice president election today. The party made it official. The working president of BRS, former minister K.T. Ramarao himself came out and he informed that his party, BRS, will not participate in the vice president election. Remember, if we talk about the number and strength of twin Telugu state, 42 Lok Sabha seats, if we combine both Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, almost 17 Rajya Sabha seats. So number-wise, it's a huge number if we add both the Telugu states. And that's why probably Revant Reddy wanted to unite everyone, whether it's BRS, whether it's MIM, whether it's Congress, whether it's TDP or YSR Congress Party, on that Telugu sentiment. But seems that his card has failed to perform. And that's why BRS has decided not to participate in the voting process. MIM, though a single Lok Sabha MP, MIM President Asaduddin Owaisi, he will vote for India Alliance candidate, while TDP, YSR CP, both has decided to vote for NDA candidates.
All right, thank you for joining us with all those details. My colleagues, in fact, tracking the developments very, very closely in the states and also here in the national capital. Let me shift focus and try and understand what will be the big messaging as far as these elections of the Vice President of India are concerned. Joining me now is senior journalist, political commentator Neerja Chaudhary. We are also being joined on the broadcast with Mr. Jayanta Ghoshal, a senior journalist, political commentator, consulting editor with NDTV. Jayanta, Neerja ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to us. Neerja ma'am, let me start by asking you, the numbers very firmly in favor of the NDA. How different is this battle from the previous two that we have seen since Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken over in the last 11 years? And is there still some sort of a message that the opposition can drive from this?
I think this vice presidential election has assumed an importance all its own. And one of the reasons is, that there has been a lot of speculation after Jagdeep Dhankar quit and resigned, and very suddenly did so. And it was unprecedented because for the first time that the Vice President of India had resigned in the midst of his term, and it was believed, rightly or wrongly, that there were differences with the government of the day, and that is why he quit. Now, the government wanted to bring in impeachment motion against Justice Verma. If you remember that, in the Lok Sabha, and Jagdeep Dhankar accepted that resolution in the Rajya Sabha, the notice by the Rajya Sabha MPs, and so on. And it led to his exit by the end of the day, and it took the country by surprise. Now it is to fill that vacancy that the election tomorrow of the new vice president is being held. And apart from the Jagdeep Dhankar episode, there has been, setback to the government on the foreign policy front. And therefore, the Prime Minister and the government have had to navigate a very difficult situation with a maverick leader like Donald Trump in the saddle in the United States. Given that tomorrow, if they win the vice presidential poll with convincing numbers and manage to get cross-voting from the opposition side, people are watching very carefully, even though the DMK has taken a clear position that they're not going to be voting for CP Radhakrishnan, but people are watching even in the Congress very carefully to see whether some DMK MPs do cross-vote.
Right.
Of course, on this side, also the opposition side, there's been a lot of speculation. Will there be people from the BJP who will cross-vote? I don't really expect that to happen at all. But it will give the signal, if the win is a convincing one, that the Prime Minister and the government of the day, they have a good grip over the situation, and that's not limited to this election alone. So that's why people are watching this election with great care tomorrow.
Jayanta, Neerja ma'am, described it in a way how it would possibly be for the BJP if the victory is convincing with big numbers. But for the opposition, is this a missed opportunity? If it was already a losing battle, probably getting somebody from Bihar would have at least given them some sort of an electoral message, then getting somebody who is, though non-political, but in a losing battle.
Yeah, Ankit, I agree with you that what Neerja ji is saying, that a lot of, it's an art of possibility. Politics is always art of possibility. This vice president election has become very important, especially after Dhankar's departure. But as Ankit, you have shown the mathematics. I think if the opposition all votes, if there is no break, there is no cross vote, in spite of that total number, there is a major gap So mathematically, NDA is winning. It's no, I mean, there is no space for defeat. And opposition, now I think the latest update, what I'm getting from the different political opposition parties, that they have also come to, this conclusion that we cannot win the election, but we should give a message, political message, that before Bihar, before Assam, before West Bengal, all allies, we are united. There should not be any break. And this message, as Nirja ji also is saying, that after this global difficulties, the opposition can show the unity. But unfortunately, today, when the election is tomorrow, it's there. I don't think that there is a major mobilization of the opposition leaders. My question is, are they united? I don't think that internally still there is that communications errors are there. So that the possibility to break the parties and you know, the Tamil, Telugu, all those issues you have discussed, so I don't want to repeat. That possibility, in fact, BJP is very careful. And BJP, we know, Nirja ji also knows that how BJP works. BJP rather wants to break the opposition.
So BJP would want to at least show a message that they can still go across the aisle and get opposition members to vote for them. But can the opposition do the same, embarrass the opposition, and can the opposition try at least? We'll have to wait and see. That is what it will make the whole election interesting. I am completely out of time at this moment, so thank you to both of you for speaking to us here on the broadcast. But very quickly, shifting into a short break, coming back with much more. Stay tuned.
तू ही तो है जिसकी सच्चाई वाली क्लैरिटी की वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ।
गोल्ड प्लस सिल्वॉक्सी मिरर्स, ऐसी क्लैरिटी कि आपको सिर्फ सच नजर आए, चाहे कितने भी साल बीत जाएं।
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
Captain Chakravarti, not one but two warships. That's amazing. You know, Vishnu and I, through our careers, have been to many commissionings. Vishnu a few more than me because he's slightly older than me.
He wants to rub that in. Yeah, but that's just a side dig. Carry on with the...
Yeah, but two ships is incredible. I mean, that's, tell us why that is so significant. You know, the Indian Navy with its huge expanding responsibilities is hungry for more ships. So getting two ships at the same time is a bonus, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, of course. Like you said it yourself, the responsibilities are increasing. Indian Ocean is where the action is happening, and Indian Ocean is going to be the future playground for all the, not just the navies, the nations around the world. And Indian Navy, as the preferred security partner, is very active in this area. Given the responsibility and the large area that is, the number of assets is required. And that's the reason we are getting these warships. They're not just numbers, it's not just the quantity, it's the quality of these warships also, because they have high speed and they have got very large endurance and they can stay out at sea for long times. The frigates are very versatile ships to be. And so these two warships are going to add a punch, not just to the Eastern Naval Command, in particular, of course, Eastern Naval Command, but to the Indian Navy in general.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years. The colors, the culture.
All right, for the fans of actor Rajnikant and Kamal Haasan, good news. After 46 years, both these giants from South India, the superstars, are coming together. Kamal Haasan has confirmed while speaking at a private event that that the whole speculation about both of them coming together for a movie is true. There was no such details revealed. However, speculation though at this moment that the movie could be directed very, very soon by a director, Lokesh. So both these superstars coming together could be a very big, in fact, deal for their fans in southern India. That's all the time that I have in this edition. News and updates will continue here on NDTV. Stay tuned.